Big Valley was Idol of Pino and
The colors change every day.
My dad passed away on the 9th of April. It was a normal and natural thing to do. He was going to be 90. And we are 6 siblings. I guess I suffered more than the rest of them. I had a hard time with it. But my dad was sick for probably 5 years. The last 3 bedridden. You all met my mom last week, and you know she's full of life. And but for the 3 years that my dad was sick, I flew to Argentina probably 5 times to bury him, and he didn't die. It costed me a lot of money to my dad had Parkinson's, had heart failure, and had epilepsy. And the Parkinson's made him so stiff that he was bedridden, and so it was really hard to see in the way. And the organ that worked the best was his brain. So we were all able to communicate with him, and so it was great because I was very fortunate to be able to say goodbye to him many, many times. And I had seen him a month before he passed away. And when he died, I was drinking tea with Javier. I didn't know he had died. I was mowing field number 3. And since then I've been mowing, so I think I'm going to have to see a therapist about mowing, because that's all I do. When you drove in today, Chris, I was mowing. That's all I do, I mow. But all this ties in together. I'm not just talking about my dad. We had an idea with Adam, and Adam, besides being one of my bosses, he's been a great friend. And all these 3 years, Adam lost his dad when he was 25. What year did your dad pass away?
96.
96. And I always get a message from Adam. On Father's Day, I got a message, 7:30 in the morning. I know today is going to be hard on you. I've been thinking about you. And it has really helped me a lot. I mean, it has really... Julianne von Hammond, where is she? Julianne writes me on, she lost her dad 10 years ago. She writes me on Facebook, and if you haven't lost your father, your mother, it's hard to explain, but when people that did tell you their experiences, it's really helpful. It really helps you, I guess, calm the pain. My dad had to go. He was old, but I miss him. I mean, in a selfish way, I wish he was here. I could talk to him. I don't have any regrets. And Sonny Khan, which I talked to him on the phone, and he had already left and couldn't come back. Harvey Layton, which is Adam's dad, died of cancer, correct? Sonny Khan's mother had cancer really bad. She was a sweet lady, single mother. She raised Sonny. Sonny became what you see. He's a gentleman. He's an airline pilot. He has a family. And he took care of her for a long, long time, for 4 years, 10 surgeries. I was at Sonny's funeral. So was Adam, so was Rachel. A few of you were there. The Muslims. I saw Adam. It was so cold that day. Inside a hole of dirt, putting his mom in the position that the Muslim priest was telling him, and it was really hard on me as a friend of Adam, of Sonny's. I cannot imagine for him. Myself, my dad is buried in a Benedictine monastery, not in a regular cemetery. This is my dad was very kind. 10 years ago, wrote a letter that he wanted me to talk in eulogy, which I did. I talked for a long time, and we cremated him. So I single-handedly dug a hole and with my mom, we put my dad down, which is a great, great experience. Adam would say a few words, but really, what he tells me, besides constantly supporting me and constantly telling me, I'm thinking about you, and just to know, if you think that I'm the tough gorilla that I look, I'm not. I break down, I cry, I try not to do it in public. And Adam has always been very supportive, and he tells me, he goes, my biggest regret is that my dad didn't get to see my children. And my dad met my children. My dad was married to my mom for 62 years. He had to go. So we had an idea of doing this tournament. When you lose someone, you constantly finding ways. If any of you are friends of mine in Facebook, you see that I'm constantly writing to my dad on Facebook. And I think someone, a dear friend of mine yesterday suggested I should see psychiatrist. And sure, what I write. Of course, I don't know if my dad can read Facebook or not. I think I know where he is. You're not sure, but Adam's biggest regrets is, I'm very that his dad couldn't meet his children, and so I really feel very fortunate. But when you lose someone, you constantly, I guess it's a therapy, try to keep them with you somehow. I don't know, Dario, Pedro, Bignoli Memorial. I mean, for you, it might not mean a lot, but it's a way to keep them. It's a way to keep them with you. Harvey Layton died in '96. Is Adam's dad. He was a polo player. He taught Adam to play polo. So Nayab Khan, she had a hard time, and I think Sunny's okay with me saying this. And I'm sorry if a lot of you had any of these experiences, but Sunny's dad left when he was 3, and Nayab raised him. And we all know Sunny, and he's a gentleman. It's a hard job. It's a full-time job, as I always tell Javier, being a friend of Sunny. Sunny has a temper, and so do I. But I love him. He came to Argentina, to my house as my guest. He's my friend. We go out to dinner with him. But this lady Nayab raised him, and she did a very good job. And so all this really ties together. I was thinking to myself, as I was thinking this, I was crying today how I was going to say this, but I think I'm doing pretty well. That it's a real pleasure to be able to have this, what we have. We all made many friends. A lot of us didn't know each other for the last 4 years. And for different reasons, we all do different things. I mean, some of you are vets, some are lawyers, some are my guys here help me with my horses. I'm an ex-polo player but I don't know if any of you read my mom's email. She said, you created like a small family, and you can feel that, and I really didn't create anything. I think when people come and play polo here, they get away from their daily life, whatever it is, whatever pressures you have, whatever happiness you have, family, and here everybody's the same, Ambassador Jawad, Bill Clinton, Andres Mas, or Marcos, we're all the same, and it has been for the last 4 years a lot of fun to see this happening. You don't see fights on the polo field. I play polo in many places all over the world, and I can tell you that 90% of the places fight. I play polo in Barbados. The island is 30 miles long by 9 miles wide. They have 4 polo fields, and they all hate each other. 30 miles long, and they don't play with each other. I was fortunate to meet a lot of the diplomats. They come and go. These are old friends. Kaiser left. These are old friends that we'll have forever. So this tournament is something we'll play every year, and we had decided with Sunny was supposed to be here. He left. We're going to baptize a field in the name of my dad's, Adam's father, and Sunny's mom. All polo fields, if you travel, have names for different reasons. Most of them are polo players. Hitchcock, Phipps. This polo field, I don't know if I'll be here next year or if I'll be here 10 years from now. So we do with the champagne, we do the official baptism of the field for field number 1 at Capital Polo Club Harvey Layton, Nayab Khan, which is a beautiful name. If you see Sunny's farm, he put a picture there of himself, of course, but it says Nayam, Hacienda Nayam. And she was a sweet lady. I'll tell you something, Rachel came to the funeral, and it was open casket, and Sunny goes, I guess at the time Sunny didn't know Rachel very well, and she was very kind, and I never forget, Sunny was so proud, she looked so peaceful, and Sunny goes, my mom, and Rachel goes, she looks beautiful. She was dead, and she looked beautiful. She looked in peace, and she looked. So I lived all this year with Sunny and with Adam. I really had the privilege of using him as a therapist. So officially, this field is baptized as Harvey Layton, Nayam Khan, and Dario Pedro Bignoli, my dad, which is. And the fun thing is that they are 3 children that play polo together. We yell at each other in the field. This is a game with a lot of competitiveness. And the important thing is that what we're doing here to always be together. And it's a game. It really is a game. It doesn't really mean anything. Whether Victoria, sorry I hit you with a ball today. So I'm very proud of it. This is what I always get to talk, and I wish I didn't have to talk today. But I am. When you take this home with you today, you know what it means to us. If any of you have lost a mother and a father, you know that it's irreplaceable, and we all react in different ways. They tell me that I had a problem with this, and maybe I did or not. My life goes on, or like my mom says, life goes on. And it does go on, and that's why we're all here together, enjoying each other's company. Life is short, and we should play polo. We should have fun. We should not fight with each other. We should help each other. And the most important of all, this is a place where you come to enjoy yourself and to relax. All the trophies, and I'm done with this, and I let Adam, I didn't cry, that's very good. I let Adam, the logo tournament was called Dario Pedro Bignoli. My dad, we're from Italian descendants. My first name is Pedro. It says Capital Polo Club, 2012 winner. The name of your team, and it has your name. So when you take this home, I just want you to remember that, again, life is short, enjoy it. I learned myself, it took me many years to be kinder, be better, and I learned that some things that we consider very important are not as important. You're stuck in traffic and you're going to miss that meeting. You know what, it's okay. I told my daughter the other day, the sun will rise on the east and will go down on the west.